It's the World Test Champions Australia up against England, who have been the best team in Test level over the last 12 months. This is going to be a cracker of an Ashes series. On England soil, over the last 5 series, England have won 4, the last one being a draw a couple of years ago. We'll go to England first. Their lineup is going to be Crawley and Duckett out the top of the order. Left-hand, right-hand combination, love that. Then Pope out 3, Root out 4. We've got Brook out number 5, and he is going like the clappers. And we've got Stokes, Bairstow, Ali, then I'd have Broad, Robinson, as well as Anderson. Now that is a formidable side. I'd save Mark Wood for later on in the series where you just need that extra pace out the back end to change it up. Now for me, England under McCullum have really changed things around. They've been the most aggressive team in batting over the last 12 months. They're the only team that I can remember that have been going out 4 runs and over consistently over a 12-month period. I don't think any other team has done that. Also, their bowlers have higher strike rates. But you go back into the batting lineup as well, there's a bigger conversion rate of hundreds to innings. Over the last year under McCullum, it's around about 130 innings and you've got 17 centuries. Before that, it took them around 330 innings to get 17 centuries under their belt. So there's a big improvement in the conversion rate there. And they provide loads of entertainment. So there's so many pluses with the way that England are playing. The only downside for England in this Test series, if things get a little bit tough out in the middle with the bat, can they adapt and graft out and tough out those long periods? I think they can. They did it against South Africa early on this year or late last year. So they've got the capabilities of doing that. They want to go in with flat wickets. That's what Ben Stokes has said. I don't think they should do that. I think they'll be playing in Australia's favour. Australia have got a little bit more pace as well as bounce in their bowling department. So that will put the favours back into Australia. They've got to go with wickets that seam a little bit to allow their bowlers to take advantage, and their batsmen can still play aggressively on those wickets with the ball coming on. When we look at Australia, they're going to open with Khawaja and Warner. Khawaja in fine form. Warner, he's been struggling over the last year or 2, so there's big question marks on him, and I'll only give him a couple of Test matches. If he hasn't made any runs early on, they're going to have to make a change there. Labuschagne and Steve Smith coming in out 3 or 4, both of them averaging over 50 on England conditions, so they're going to be tough opponents for England. They've got to get through those 2 and really expose Travis Head. Travis Head has probably been the best batsman for Australia over the last year, but he's got a weakness with the short ball, and this is where England need Ben Stokes to be fully fit to be able to bowl short, sharp spells out someone like a Brett Head who struggles with the ball out the body. That will be a big contest. Green and Carey coming in out 6 and 7. Green obviously adding a little bit of all-round depth, but also improving on the batting department, and Carey's really coming of age with the bat. Then we go in the bowlers. They're very experienced in this department with Stark and Cummins, as well as Nathan Lyon. I would not play Hazlewood in the first Test because he hasn't played over the last couple of years, and that would be a huge risk for the first Test match. So I would go with Boland. So for me, it's a very even contest, but you've got to look out England. They have won all 7 Test matches chasing over the last year under McCullum, and batting first, they've only lost 2 Test matches out of 5. They're getting a huge or good conversion rate, playing aggressive cricket. There are going to be 5 results in this Test series. There's going to be no draws, so one team's going to come out in front, and I think if England keep going with their aggressive style, put pressure on Australia, I think they'll win. And I think the difference is going to be in the spin department, who can get more wickets between Ali as well as Nathan Lyon and stem the flow of runs on the opposition side. That will be the crucial contest. What do you think? Get your thoughts downstairs.